Peace FM 104.3. Who to me take?
Empaying for me say nyame adoma afim man be the 80.
Yeah.
Obi wo ho 85, obi wo ho 87, obi wo 90, obi wo 75.
Yeah.
And comfort sa no esuro bi wo ho kakra o.
Brakam assemble back by me can from two sides.
Okay.
You can say age, advanced age, a good basis to take the vaccine. At the same time, very advanced age, be cautious sometimes in giving the vaccine.
Okay.
And the explanation is that Obianya 60 years and above. In fact, your be and comorbidities be unia and omuni. Normally after 40-50 years, diabetes, blood pressure, and other organ problems. Most of them omuni after 50 or 60 years. Entina, Obesha omo from COVID or Ghana and many other places. Omo and Crawford either say omo underlying condition onya 60 nanso or kidney patient onya 60 nanso or sickler onya 60 nanso or holy heart ono onya COVID so complication into otimi if you risk high. Now the other group your more onya 60 because onya 60 and above naturally no onya hypertension and no soon chance will be onya 60 onya hypertension but me see naturally is because age was a risk factor why any panic. Now 65 70 years we will be a onya COVID vaccine but obinya 90 years. Now this is the trick. 1 year 90 years and 100 years our man COVID no
85 80
yes.
75
exactly obia unso obi or 85 but we share physiology say who could share no organ function we hear who call lab and now corner check here I also be 1 year 70.
Okay.
So it's a state of health. And it's not
and universal.
Exactly. Into over 90 years. But the physiology, who share the kidney function is about I say 60-70%, 70 years person. But 1 year 90, the kidney, the liver, the organs, no, or my home deal form. But outside the baby inti, she hano. 1 man of vaccine, which is supposed to help him to produce antibodies, no. Say Jumano Amano, but more than a if you are in that process of producing, one shall now because of the very advanced age. Now some other issues, adverse effects are there can say joint pain, liver, headache, any nyama in ordinary young people are now 60, 70. Or no dear no na akoye akot trigano. Entina yet me can say obi a very advanced in age. Sometimes you want to do it with all these things in how do you call it in mind. Enti me pamucho say nipa no nya 80 dia. It's classical, it's good. But or you're above 80 years, or you're a good candidate. But as much as possible, send a doctor my history can cry no so boy. You know,
but one who send a sorry call boss up and
yeah.
Ebia me mammy the 80, or mammy the 85, will be the 75, will be the 88, 89, whatever it is. Or crack over panier randomly. Minim kind of questions a baby chance I want to panier. Minim so the medical record be cool said yeah. How do they go about it?
The doctor like my ko enra no e bisa me say me any medical condition e dey ubon come answer.
Yeah.
Na we cry before
even while you doctor ejuma ho no.
Ampa omo bisa me although they know my background na a part of the process you have to be asked about comorbidities any medical condition. Na nipa no be wo panel nka say dru no ho a ono answer osa bisa say oh any history of allergy severe obi or history of allergy I say woman nsuo kra wan hwa ono nsuo timi yet said ye wa share poison bi sa no ye obi wo ha antibiotics ayenum de bi a eboa ye any malaria ndro ayewo any man obi wo akọ one simple amoxicillin injection na penicillin the body timi react very badly enti nipa sa no obe one vaccine o take extra care and I'm happy to announce every center here vaccinated Ghana no about the emergency medications is my team no from our experience over the years enti omo hydrocortisone steroid obi a 1 in 1,000 be a no history of allergy no eboa no ma enyesa afi na ekọ hwehwe enu edro we have it we also have adrenaline enti my advice as a doctor ni said obi anya even 80-85 rakami the person is more likely about 95% to benefit from the vaccine than to have a problem with the vaccine. But what I say?
Yeah.
obi anya even 85 years the risk that COVID sena sebi na COVID started you know Italy in Yamana Kunko sometimes the main reason was that omo homes no ebi a yedi age to no most of them were are normally above 70 years. Camilla, it's
no, two questions. One of the main questions. Yes, na Madam Fubi or me senior friend crowd or semi penny but Madam Fu Phillips Watakrade or Kwame, a friend of mine. He has had 15 children. Yet he's afraid to take the vaccine because he says he's read somewhere that it can make him impotent. And here one. Two, Obisusi Mimisa say, please ask Okoboy for me. For those of us who drink our alcohol, beer, whiskey, apio, what have you, can we drink the same day we take the vaccination? The day before? What is the reaction with alcohol? Please ask Okoboy also. Do you have to eat heavily before taking the vaccine? And also, do you stay off alcohol after taking it? And this one is just by former national athlete, ECU Adi. For those who know the history of our sports, Eko Adi Omuka Omku Shaman Penina Nadu Nancy, I check a cramum. But they won the Commonwealth Games 100x4, made the world history. He's 80 years old. I'll say, I took my jab yesterday.
Good.
So far, I feel good at 80. Well,
yes.
So there you go. Okoboy, inti memasem 1, 2, and sanum.
I'm happy to say, I did say, wow, all feeling good. Like I said, you know, even in the aged, very advanced age, ubenya your benefits at also change issues. Now I mean, Abirabi 102 years. Ushana. No, you're doing chance. I'm 90-year-olds. Yeah, that's the difference. And I'm because I knew Biana, the strength are the same. Exactly, sadly. Now, impotence.
Sometimes the president ID.
President Kufuor our idea.
Yeah, President Kufuor our idea. That's true.
The answer I try to explain say, you hear that in the literature, in certain traditions, they say we are very older. Avoid this. At the same time, age is also a criteria to get it. So the reason is about the physical strength of the person. Universal. President Kufuor age always. We better not show be work President Kufuor age. But we shall never say the old President Kufuor 20 years. Yeah. The fellow looks physically unwell. Alcohol. Impotence media. Meaning bema bebrea omo wa omo mami report say omo ye juma kama brakami.
One kasa it is because also one rap.
Brakami say and do 24 hours. Cafe never do 24 hours. Now me share signals now. Who say still no. Say me call DVL. You be passing me say me road.
Road.
I
don't know.
Say kasa no. In fact, deliberate. Me can't be say by accident. Anti-vaccine campaigners share no more share from me. To be patcho enyampa. Alcohol. The air me advising say obi bisa me. Alcohol is a drug in quote. Drug just a cold more. Etimi sisa sana wadwin u perceive niama. Enti no bi wo ha ofere pa ba onu so etimi catch you na adwin no. So higher drug, you know, you don't want to add it to a drug the same day you get a vaccine. Now, scientists are careful. Before anybody can speak authoritatively, say, oh, no vaccine, oh, vaccine, 1 week, and so these are clinical trials. You shut up and conform, die, but woman, no man. Now, you follow more, I check your more antibody count, I share issues. But in the absence of that, no, the advice I give people is that 48 to 72 hours after the vaccine, even if you are someone who drinks daily, avoid 48 hours to 72 hours. So that a drone call more, a trigger and the processes, you know, at least in 48 hours, 2 days to 3 days there. Now, sir, foundation, you know, for producing your soldiers, you know, it is well on course until we do the studies.
A bit more moment mean Turkish idea, no.
Oh, Rakam, 2 days.
Oh, the one borrow be there.
2 days here.
The one borrow be after work.
Any encouragement? Okay, it's a 24 hours crack. The thing is that the more hours you wait before you drink after the vaccination, the better for you. I mean, can't wait so, Rakam. Me see the hours.
Hours.
Now one bottle to me 24 hours. They say admit to hospital. I just said in Sabah Wado.
But maybe some my final question. If Minja not to us, just educate us a bit, and then I'll go to Sampine Akwaba.
Yeah, medio.
I'll go to Sampine and Kabila. But Kabila member also answer my question Sampine because they're class prefect for Monday morning. That's home. Asthmatic patients.
Yeah.
And more medical for more BBFN no G6PD.
Yeah.
So every time I try to read up on it, I end up being more confused.
Yeah.
Into me jai. But I mean, said G6PD something about red blood cells.
Exactly,
Me tired, but most me brain and drew Doctor Ford and fact. So asthmatic.
Calculation,
But no, on a serious note, a G6PD for asthmatic patient because normally me want someone care a lot about high blood pressure for. Any diabetic for near there, any sickle cell near there, but G6PD asthmatic for it's the same.
But I want to say, among what G6PD, no, because I say enzymatic defect, a droby or woman, I was saying, function like all of us, but because of Omodiana at Sisaka your drugs be a Odimo, the Omuntimi and a drone wejuma, and to we a doctor. Ushia obi most of the time sometimes only so woman the do not react na no do adua ba so say we a G6PD ushia patient now bisa no so a G6PD and no catch your list of drugs are you avoid in such people.
Okay.
Now I can say here say COVID-19 vaccine is not contraindicated in G6PD patients.
The crack is saying
the crack is say who G6PD and in just say yentimi for vaccine no emma you can also benefit from the vaccine. Now, the good thing about the vaccine is that the vaccine is not like a treatment drug. Eba prekuna was only for the embubu na enya benefit na open. A vaccine is more or less like a primer. Primer just say account. Now one kasa un start enya di ma ho. Enti metime ka say omo betime age vaccine no. The other group are okay asthma no.
Asthma and sickle cell.
In fact, obi a oya asthmatic no. Chese obi a ni enche na ni hume ni niama no a trigger na ese onya difficulty. COVID insu ni Dr. Beka say status localis ebi a ha adwin e chest. So asthmatic patient are only 60 years no. That comorbidity and our medical history no e qualify no to get a vaccine, even if on ya, if anything, 60 years. Now, dear, and what's a own so Timia? Need say over call hospital, onya 60 years, we are 30. Now, because we pay donor warranty, work a case or asthma. Ragami,
oh, how?
Oh, corner, oh, yes, two things. Kai say, work a case or yes, asthma. Say, doctor, no corner, ma withdraw, nay, asthma, no corner. Or just about vaccine actual for asthma. That's on a lighter note.
And the medical doctor has asthma the omami tablet.
Now, the more serious thing is and by accident say you see 43 districts in Ghana.
How about sickle cell from Pacho?
Yes, sickle cell too. Every sickler are only 60 years. A serious comorbidity. Serious say a significant because obi oye sickler.
And you bet me a wop.
Yes, obet me a corner wako. Obi oye sickler onya COVID-19 and black high risk.
Yeah.
Inti omu kan young cophobia obi or the effect of myasthenia gravis. Autoimmune disease. There were a lot of autoimmune diseases. And upon me call program with them kind say if a drop a doctor their mouth unum all the time a son who calls hospital and attack show their mouth it's most likely that you have a comorbidity. Unse obi on nim the comorbidity.
Yeah.
Apart from blood pressure and diabetes but the point is that obia unya 60 now so you do what to a draw so num every day as a son who call for restocking just my the maubium mauti as well very likely say comorbidity who the one draw no crowd call no more it will give them an idea of the area doctor treat you for no now
make I say my last question but me baby the bakwaba or your brain aneurysm survivor.
Wow.
Being a doctor, I'm sure you know what it means. I'll say, your friend Doris Yao say, she doesn't mind saying anything.
Yes.
Doris Yao say, nah, I mean about Doris is say, as a brain aneurysm survivor, what are my risks, chances in taking the vaccination?
In fact, the vaccine number 100%. Because why your brain surgery done? Once you've had surgery before, you never know. Before say medicine, mono, your surgery before that history nankasa is a risk factor. Because you call muda, AP, enti onya edrona ebe buano. Name die. Everybody said you some other procedure to try and either correct something or whatever. Enti or what edrona ebe buano.
Okay, great.
Obi our heart condition, surgery before. Obi a dialysis. Obi a treat for some kind of undro and your painkiller. Obi a bruffing and no near the other say underlying condition. I am vaccine. Only 60 years. Moja drone soon yet a drawer yet except for folic acid. Normally no sickle cell patients far. As for them, they can go for the drug. Adriani, uko we don't know. I just say we did kakara. Anything just will be difficult. You don't have to eat and be too full. Because one of the side effects, adverse effects, I reported just say you won't prefer say pimno. 1 or 2 can say nausea.
Nausea just say as a person.
Exactly. It is a uko na no pa we difficult and have been quite aduane document sana be aduane mu edu ara kam ye wo. Na obusu ko furu kakra wan hwa odi document na ma be 2 setan. Enti you have to have something also undidi. Now unye okay. But enye aduane a odi kwakọ hye aduro obi free say ne aduane mu ye dia e na aduro no enka no ye. Brother, so that's it.
Right.
Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet you.